Welcome to Pathways to Success, a program that supports our micro, small, and medium enterprises here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. I'm Mai Rodriguez. In the ever-changing world of fashion, one Ilonggo designer stands out for his unique contribution to Filipino style, which blends traditional craftsmanship with modern aesthetics. In preparation for his 20 years in the industry next year, he unveiled his new collection that celebrates his origins with pieces that are all made from local fabrics with Art Deco elements. Joining us today in the studio is the visionary fashion designer, Jor-el Espina. Hi, Jor-el. Welcome to Pathways to Success.
Hi, good morning, Miss Mai. Thank you for having me here in Bilyonaryo News Channel.
I'm really excited to guest you here because I'd like to talk about your 20 years in the business. You are from Iloilo.
Yes.
And your first atelier started in the mid-2000s. So how did that influence your early stages of your career?
Well, back then, when I was younger, I really want to be a fashion designer. Back when, fashion design is not really a profession. So I think I treated it as a hobby, and from then on, I put up my own shop back in Iloilo, where I came from. Then I captured also clienteles in Iloilo that, in the province, they go to designers when they want to, when they attended events, and also I do weddings. I started doing formal wear and wedding dresses.
Yes. So let's talk about how you started. Of course, your very first clientele was your family, your closest friends.
Yes.
And then how did this now expand to a broader audience?
Well, it started with, they say it's a word of mouth. So I started making clothes for cousins and their friends. And, back in the province, it's just a small town. So I became a household name after that, when they see your work, and, if it's, when they see new designers coming in. So, they come to me and they want to have a share of my, of what I can offer on the table. Yeah.
So from the very beginning, did your design already incorporate traditional textiles?
I always inject pieces in my collection or in my designs that has a Filipino touch, and using local fabrics. In Iloilo, hablon is a very common to us there. It's very near our place. The weaving areas are very near. So I always have pieces that has a local material. Yes.
Yeah, it's coming from your roots, no?
Yes,
it shows in your design.
Exactly.
So let's talk about your journey in the last 2 decades, right? 2 decades. So of course there are milestones, there are key moments.
Yeah.
Tell us, can you share with us ano yung mga unforgettable moments mo?
Well, fashion designing is not just a walk in the park. I did not wake up one morning that I'm already here, and fashion design is not a celebration most of the time. But on a silver lining, there's always there's always mas madami naman yung goodness, and parang pushes me also to create more with in this career, and with the help and support of family and close friends, I got through.
Well, let's talk about your collaboration with Ilonggo Weavers, because that's a notable aspect of your brand. Can you describe how working with local artisans aligns with your vision for sustainable fashion?
Well, actually, it's very challenging, but it's fun. But challenging because, sometimes, when you create things, it's not that you expected, the result is not that 100% right there. But it's fun, but you develop and you discover also things that are not what you envision. But yeah, it's fun creating with these people, and pushing through with the golden age of fashion now. It's really, I think it's a big, these weavers, these artisans are a big contribution to what we are doing right now.
Definitely.
Yes.
What are your favorite Philippine textiles and why?
Well, number one is, the hablon from my hometown. Well, I grew up with it. And of course, the queen of our local textiles is pinya. So that's what I'm pushing it right now. So yan yung mga madaming material na ginagamit ko for the collection. Yes.
Can you describe to us your collaboration with the weavers? Do you ask them to create a design that you want, or do you give them a free hand? How does the creative process
Usually when I go there, when I go to the weaving centers in Iloilo, in Miagao, I already envision the colors. So I have to bring a paper, colored pens, and I do the sketch. So these are the colors, these are the dimensions that I want. So I'm hoping for a positive result. Sometimes, well, during these days that we are in the digital age, messenger na kami.
Yeah, okay.
Messenger na kami nag-uusap na parang I want, for example, I want a black and white with a 2-inch and 1-inch dimension, like that. So, nakakagawa na rin kami ng patterns. Papadala mo lang yung kulay na gusto mo, then they can make it.
So it makes it much easier to communicate. How do you take care of this long-standing relationship with your weavers?
Well, I think it's like parang you're working with a family. It's like you're working with a family. It's just very black and white lang naman. Parang you both are supporting each other. You have to also watchful of what they need. Of course, well, money is important on that matter because that's their livelihood at the same time. So you just have to be considerate also of the needs of the community. Yeah.
Given your goal to offer pieces with a designer touch, of course, that people can buy off the rack, how do you make sure that your designs are both, high quality and also accessible to a broader retail audience?
Well, that's actually the idea of my brand. I want something that is a designer piece, but they can buy it in the store. Most of it are in the pop-up stores or in our store in SM Aura. So I think kasi most pieces are one of a kind. So, for example, this bomber jacket, this barong bomber
jacket.
Let's
talk about this bomber jacket.
Yeah,
you can
this
show
bomber
it.
jacket, it's actually the same bomber jacket that you can see in a sportswear, but I see to it that the barong pattern is different, the sleeves are different, the mix of materials are different.
Also, I noticed your designs, your creations are genderless.
Yes.
Can you explain to us the reasoning behind it?
Well, number one, my designs are mostly feminine, yeah. But I always consider when I'm designing that what if I'm a woman and what will I wear? So that's the look that I want to share also. But this bomber jacket, it's actually designed for men. But when I started launching it here in Manila, parang a lot of women are really buying it.
Yeah.
So it's really the women who captures it first.
I noticed also modern design, like the women opt to wear, men's blazers, now men's trousers, or at least trousers that look like for men.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, when we return, we will explore more about Jor-el's design style and his bumerang. That's a standout piece in his collection. Stay with us here on Pathways to Success. Welcome back to Pathways to Success. Still with us is Jor-el Espina, an Ilonggo fashion designer who designs bomber jackets that are barong inspired, also called bumerang. So Jor-el, let's talk about this bumerang. How did you come up with this design?
It pops out naturally because back then, I think the first bumerang that I designed was 2013. Me and my friends usually have this theme party every now and then for Christmas parties or birthdays. So back then, we wanted a theme like a Filipiniana. So I really don't want to wear a traditional barong. And even before my style, I'm also doing bomber jackets now, but different materials. I love to play different materials. So why not try doing it in a barong, I mean. So I created a bomber jacket. So until people noticed it.
Yeah.
Then, well, 2013, moving forward, 2017, I joined this Artifino fair here in Manila. So that's actually my launching piece. So even until now, it's a staple with me. So there's a different version of it, but different looks, different pattern, but it's still bamarong.
I noticed like different textiles. You incorporate it in the sleeves or maybe in the lapel. So it really stands out. And you mentioned joining Artifino.
Yes.
So how did this help you as a designer and also as an entrepreneur?
Yeah. Well, Artifino actually, it's one of the life-changing point of my career as a designer. Well, it leads me and it brightens also my direction as a designer of like doing as a ready-to-wear designer. Na, parang I think this is also one of the things that I've been like want to do before. So Artifino defines it for my career, and I think, well, even until now, I'm still doing Artifino. One of the highlights of my year is Artifino. So every year we are tasked to launch a brand new collection for them.
So you joined since 2017, and this year you'll be there again. So what can visitors expect to see this time around?
This time, expect something new. Like for example, this bomber jacket. As you can see, this is a collaboration of two designers actually. So I have to tell everyone now, this is by this is also designed by Victor Jeans, if you know him. So we did a collaboration. There's this one time that I wear a skirt of him, then a lot of people noticed it. So we decided to do a collaboration of this jacket.
That's why there's denim in it.
Yeah, there's denim on it. And the same thing of what I'm wearing right now. It's actually made of abaka and cotton woven, and it has a denim.
Yeah.
So,
and it's beautiful how you blend things.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So it's like we are mixing unexpected things, like for example, this barong and the denim, and expect more of this.
With embroidery. With embroideries. Right? It's so refreshing.
Yeah. So we will be also having a leather and barong. Yeah.
Well, let's go to the business side of things. What aspects of the business do you find challenging and why?
Well, number one, of course, running people is quite challenging. In the business, we can't deny that, we've been through pandemic at the same time. But, we're just very thankful. We're just very thankful that we are still here. And actually, like earlier, we've been like talking about it na parang our busy schedule has been double since before the pandemic. Yeah, during the pandemic, I thought it was just so busy, but now busy schedules are doubled. Yes.
Well, you're now offering ready-to-wear pieces in your store. So that makes it more accessible to the public, but also how do you determine the price point if it's a designer piece as well?
Well, actually, the price point is not that high, and we offer a wide array of pieces. So there are also mid-range, there are also naman affordable pieces, and we have our one-of-a-kind pieces that are also a little bit of affordable also at the same time. Yes.
So what is now your business forecast for the local fashion industry?
Well, as I'd like to think for myself that, the direction of fashion nowadays is going ready to wear. Because, our lifestyle in Manila is very fast. So like people who goes to events, they don't want to wait. They don't want to go to designer and have it made and wait for like weeks or even months. So my contribution is it's still there in the store. You are getting a designer appeal, a designer value, but at the same time, and a very affordable cost.
Final question, what is the ultimate dream for Jor-el Espina?
The ultimate dream for my brand, well, it's not just for me, but also for the brand. I think we will have to go international in the next few years,
I wish you good luck, more power on your business. Thank you, Jor-el, for joining us on the show. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much.
Up next, we'll explore how the Philippine Textile Research Institute is boosting the local textile industry and supporting small businesses. Don't miss it. Stay tuned after the break. Welcome back to the show. The weaving culture in the Philippines dates back to the 13th century, but in today's modern world, our local weavers and Filipino indigenous textiles struggle to stay alive. To find out the programs that support the development of our local textiles, we have Evangeline Flor Manalang, a science research specialist at the Philippine Textile Research Institute of the Department of Science and Technology. Evangeline, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Okay, the DOST's National Strategic Plan Framework 2023 to 2028 focuses on well-being, wealth creation, sustainability, and also wealth protection. So how do Philippine textiles contribute to these goals?
Yeah, so the Philippine Textile Research Institute, we're under the Department of Science and Technology. And from our name, our mandates are to conduct research and development activities in support of the textile and allied industries. Among the R&D initiatives or programs that we have are on development of local materials for textile applications. So as you can see, we have a lot of abaca, pineapple, bamboo in the country, and we can make use of these natural resources as fiber materials for textile applications. So what we are doing is to leverage our natural resources so that we can compete with the global market when it comes to textiles.
So these items you brought here are products of the technology that you created in the DOST?
Yes, so among the technologies that we developed are on the yarns. So we have the know-how, the equipment, for us to be able to produce these yarns. So we can produce bamboo textiles, pineapple-based textiles, even banana.
Well, so what specific strategies can you tell us that are being used now to position our textiles as a central driver of our economic transformation and also job quality improvements?
Well, the strategy has been to add value or increase the value of our products. Most of the time, our fibers, the fibers like abaca, they go out of the Philippines as fibers. But because of the technology that we developed, we were able to allow the transformation to happen here in the Philippines so that our players, the industry players from farmers to weavers, dyers, and the textile producers, we will be able to capture the value, higher value products. Great economic opportunity.
Let's talk about the fibers, the textiles that we offer. For example, the bamboo textile, it offers a recovery rate of 35%. So how does that affect its potential use as a primary fiber source compared to other fibers such as abaca or pineapple leaf?
You're right. Abaca, pineapple, the fiber recovery or the amount of fiber that you can get from the plant is just 1 to 5%. For bamboo, it's 35%, even can reach up to 50%. So the higher the fiber recovery, the more textiles that you can produce. And so bamboo is a good proposition as a raw material for textile. And also, bamboos are very low maintenance. They can grow anywhere. It's even in the wild. And we have a lot of bamboo plantations here in the Philippines. So we can source a lot of fibers from that.
Can you tell us now, how do you support our local weavers, many of whom are part of indigenous communities, and the designers also? How do you support the designers in improving their products and their processes?
All right. So for PTRI, these new materials, these material innovations are what we offer to our weavers, to our designers, so that their products, their creative innovations can compete with other countries. Because if we're going to use like plastic-based materials like polyester, acrylics and nylons, they already are available in other countries. But with this natural textiles, we in the Philippines only has this. That's why the international market, also those market that are for sustainable, really looks forward to having this textile.
How do you cascade then the technology, the results of your research technology to our weaving communities?
So we do several technology transfer activities. We do training, we also do licensing and other extension service. As a matter of fact, we establish different innovation hubs in the countries, like Natural Textile Fiber Innovation Hub, Regional Handloom Weaving Innovation Centers, wherein we put up facilities, we teach or we train the stakeholders with the technology and handhold them as they introduce these new creations or innovations into the market.
Okay, final question. What support can you give to our micro enterprises involved in local textile manufacturing?
Of course, as I would like to borrow the words of our Secretary, Renato Yusolidum Jr., he's always saying that sa siyensya at teknolohiya, ang negosyo mo ay aarangkada. So with the use of science, technology, and innovation, we can improve, we can increase the productivity of our MSMEs when it comes to textile production. We can introduce new material innovations that can compete with the global market, and we are also aligning our businesses into sustainability goals.
Amen to that. Okay, thank you, Evangeline Flor Manalang of the Philippine Textile Research Institute. And that's our episode for today. And to our entrepreneurs, stay passionate and persevering. Here on Pathways to Success, we believe that the more you learn, the more you earn. Thank you for watching.